Well, hello there, AJ. G'day.
Hello. I can't believe that we are finally back up and running.
Oh, don't jinx it. Don't put the kibosh on it because
Yeah,
people,
true.
let us tell you, we have had a few internet problems. What is this? 2006?
I know we're still using dial-up out here in
Right.
the burbs.
We've got the
Yeah.
internet handshake here in the burbs. We can still hear it. You know, they're
Yeah. When the
yeah,
dial-up modem. Yeah.
the dial-up modem. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Look,
you
we
remember when
better
your
go on.
parents used to say, "Take the phone off the hook," like,
Or
or they
yeah,
say
or
like,
don't make a call. Don't
"Yeah,
take the phone off the hook.
yeah,
Don't
don't
lift
make
up
a
the
call."
handset.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I remember.
I'm waiting for a phone call. Don't go on the computer just yet. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's happening here over at Songs on the Couch HQ. Internet problems. We should introduce the episode before we
Well, introduce ourselves.
introduce ourselves. Oh yeah, g'day AJ.
G'day, Mo.
Welcome to another episode of Songs on the Couch.
Ha cha 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 cha.
Sitting down, we're talking out. Breaking it down, talk on the couch. Music and minds, we'll figure it out. Laughing and learning what it's all about. On the couch.
Here we are. Another
Here we are.
episode. Another episode. Yeah, listen, we don't want to speak too soon and put the kibosh on things, and hopefully the internet will serve us for the next nigh on 60 minutes.
We even changed our recording day to suit the internet. Because
We
obviously the
did.
day we were recording, the internet's like, not today, son.
Yeah, that's it. Not today, Satan.
not going to work for you on this particular day. Change your days.
That's right. So we've changed the day. We've changed up our attitude. We're hopeful.
We've reset the modem about 6 times.
You know,
We've cranked the generator.
That's right. We have. There's a little cartoon mouse
running on that
in a
wheel.
wheel somewhere out the back of Songs on the Couch HQ,
Yeah,
just
that's
to
right.
make sure that we can bring the joy of our podcast to you. Yeah.
The
And here we
dedication,
are.
people. The dedication.
The dedication, the frustration. Do they know how many times we have set up and packed down these rooms just to try and get this episode out?
Yeah.
Only to be met with shoddy internet.
And this is the second episode. Touch wood. This is, I'm going to say, future me talking to present me. It's going to go out, but this is the second episode where we've had to almost scrap it and go, the universe mustn't want us to do this song.
Yeah. Yes. We have experienced that before, which was which song?
It was Dance Monkey by Tones and I.
Oh, that's right. It was Dance Monkey by Tones and I, which we decided was the universe telling us that Tones might be a little bit litigious and not be happy with what we've got to say.
Look, I'm sorry, but everyone's doing Ozempic, so why can't we just address the elephant in the room?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Disclaimer
Well,
is that we don't know. And
allegedly. Yeah, like allegedly everyone else is putting in the hard yards.
know that the miracle, GLPT-1, I think that's what they're called, injection is the secret to Tones' glow up. We don't know that. It's all about.
Nor do we know that about all the other A-listers and musicians out there that have just dramatically had a glow up.
Yes, that's right. So anyway, the universe, the internet, the technology put the kibosh on.
Yeah.
Right. The vibe. Put the kibosh on the Tones and I episode, but hopefully we can get through Harry Styles. I've just dropped it, haven't I? You're the one
Drop that needle. Drop the needle. Drop the microphone.
You're the one that's supposed to introduce the episode. Holy dooly. I'm gonna take a step back.
Take over, please. I'm just going to go like this and sit back and enjoy it. You can do the whole episode yourself if you like.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Maybe we'll swap roles. You do the interesting tidbits and I'll do the psychology part of it.
Could you please? Okay. All right. How long is it going to take us? Will the episode go for 17.3 minutes? Or...
Yeah. 5 minutes of that. Yeah. You don't want to hear my psychology side of it. No.
I'm sure you could do just fine after. I don't know. Is this like our 25th episode? You've learned a thing or two about attachment theory, about Freud, about the ego.
Yeah.
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 All right. But just don't.
Sure.
But just don't give you an exam on it, right?
No, that's right. No pop quizzes, all right?
No pop quizzes. Okay. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Harry Styles. I'll mention the song. How's that? We'll
Yeah,
work.
what are we doing? We're going to
in
work together?
harmony. We're working together. You know,
We'll be a
together
team.
as one. Together
That's
as one.
it. As the Songs on the Couch team. Here we go. It was
That's it.
Harry Styles, and over to you, AJ. What song are we doing?
Well, it was his first single from his debut breakout of doing the whole boy band of One Direction, which we'll talk about.
Yes.
Sign of the Times.
Harry Styles, Sign of the Times. Just stop your crying.
Yeah. All right, I'll try. It's
It's
such
a
a powerful song. I just can't help it.
It's a sign of the times.
Yeah. And you know what?
Yeah.
And it actually is. This song's quite fitting. It actually is a sign of the times.
It
you
is.
know.
It really is. I know. Could we not just cry about
Yeah.
what's going on in these times? Bit of foreshadowing from Harry. I mean, I think there was a bit of unrest globally when this was released. I'm not certain that that was Harry's motivation to write this song, potentially. I don't know. Who knows what's in an artist's mind? But it certainly speaks to what's going on in our world today. And we'll get to that later.
Probably I'd say since the song's come out back in 2017 to now, every year there's been something that's
Things
gone,
have deteriorated.
man,
Yeah.
like, really? Come on. I actually thought 2026 was going to be our year. Like, okay,
Yeah.
like 2026 is going to be.
But the world is at war. So
I know.
so it's not your year, AJ. I'm sorry
not my
to drop the truth bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be the year of peace and serenity, but if we can't find that globally, we might just have to find that locally, internally within ourselves.
Yeah.
That's where we
To
might.
you listeners listening to us, well, with this episode.
Yeah, correct. We might be part of your inner peace. Your soothing during turbulent times. Or, I could be overstating things. Anyway, let's get into the interesting tidbits. Let's tell me about Harry. Who's this guy? What has he been doing?
He's been doing a lot since the mid 2000s.
Okay, what happened? Where did he come from?
Well, he came from. It all started on X Factor. We have to talk about X Factor and
Yeah,
Simon Cowell, who's
he's a hit maker. He
is a hit maker. He's a massive hit maker. Yeah, he knows how to spend the money to make someone glow up. Not in that sense, but like blow. I'll say blow up, and
Yeah, he's a marketing guru.
He is.
Yeah.
I don't look. He's the George Martin and what the Beatles had is like what he did with One Direction.
Manager extraordinaire. It's very interesting because you won't be
It's me.
surprised. Oh, bless you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Bless you.
Mm.
You won't be surprised, but I watched a documentary.
Of course you did. Actually, no. I wouldn't call it a documentary, but my sister was a massive 1D fan. Oh my goodness, I can't stop sneezing.
Bless you.
And I remember sitting like hanging out with her, and she was watching like when 1D was massive, like they did like a documentary, or like they're touring, like behind the scenes. So I know a little bit, but I'm sure you've
Right.
watched a specific doco on Harry.
Well, no, it's not about Harry. It's about Simon Cowell because it did start with
Ah.
Simon Cowell.
It did
Really,
start
I
with
mean,
Simon,
you
yeah.
know the interesting tidbits, and I don't. I really don't want to steal your thunder there, but I'm gonna.
Please. I don't have anything on Simon for these interesting tidbits, so
Okay.
you can give us the Simon tidbits.
Okay.
I've only got the Harry
Yeah.
tidbits.
Well, I think that I watched the documentary that's just recently been on Netflix about Simon
course.
Cowell's next act. He's putting together another boy band
Of course.
similar to One Direction, but there's a lot of K-pop groups and things like that. He's taking his inspiration from some of the K-pop groups to put another boy band together.
Yeah.
But what I did want to say about Simon Cowell as it relates to Harry Styles is that he can see people who have got potential to be big artists. He's got sort of a knack to see, beneath the surface to someone's X factor, hence the name of the show.
Yeah. That's right.
He's very good at that. He's very good at putting together talent, knowing what meshes with each other, and marketing. He's very good at the marketing, and the music business, what it takes to form a band, meld them together, get them. What's the word? Formed and get a cultural group norm happening and present them to the world. So he saw something in Harry in that first audition.
Which he bombed out. Like, he bombed bad. You can watch the auditions.
Bombed.
That's what all
He
of the individual members of 1D were trying to get into X Factor as a solo artist, because they all thought, oh, I've got it. All of them bombed out. But then, like you said, Simon Cowell thought, okay, you're all good, not good
Yeah.
enough to be by yourselves, but
Solo
you're all
artists.
good. Let's put you all together, and they did, and they made it work.
They did.
Well,
And
he made it work, and they made it work, because they're not. They can actually sing. At
Yeah.
the start, they weren't the greatest, but I think over time, they
But
have
that-
had proper training, and like
That's
they've
right.
given all the
That's what
right
Simon
tools.
Cowell does, is that
Yeah.
he sees potential and he develops potential.
yeah.
And he did that with our mate Harry.
Yeah, and he was the first one to go, I can't do this anymore. I want to go on my own.
Was he? Because I think you'll find that Zayn Malik was.
Oh, he probably was. I don't know.
Yeah. I think he was. I think before we slot ourselves into correction corner,
Yeah, probably.
uh
Well, I know he was, even though he hadn't left, but he was thinking of, he was writing his own songs even while he was still in 1D. He was, he was behind the scenes. He was transitioning out of the boy
Right.
group to be the solo artist.
that he is today. It was Zayn Malik.
Oh,
He
there you go.
decided, yeah. He left on March 25th, 2015, citing it. This is what Zayn said when he left, citing a desire to live a normal life as a 22-year-old and wanting to escape the intense spotlight. Right. Okay. But he did go on to release some solo songs.
And unfortunately, he's no longer with us either.
No, that's Liam.
Oh,
No.
see?
Yeah.
Man, I'm
yeah,
getting it all
that's-
wrong, aren't I? Jeez.
You really are.
I'm going to bring up another Mandela effect of the Harry Styles and what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought that Zayn was the one that passed away and not Liam. There you go. The Mandela effect, and for some reason I have this, that he jumped, like, fell off a balcony, like overseas somewhere. Like,
I know that was Liam Payne, not Zayn Malik.
right. Okay, so I've got
Yeah.
the scenario right, just the wrong.
You've got the wrong member. You've got the wrong member.
member.
Zayn's
The
still
right
with
scenario.
us and writing music, and
He has kids too, I think.
he does have
Like, has a
kids
family and
to a
kids.
supermodel, Bella. No, Gigi Hadid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Yes. Yep. You know, when you're in a boy band, you can pull the supermodels, can't you?
Well, he was kind of like I feel like each member of that group had like a what's the word I want to use? Like a character.
have.
They're like a character. Like Harry was kind of like the preppy one. You know, he always wore like
Was
the.
he?
Oh, well, that's what I got from the images that I
Oh.
can remember. Like, and then Zayn was like the cool one, and like, you know. I don't know. I always thought that Harry was the.
A bit preppy.
Well, I thought he was the main leader of the group.
Did you? Did you think he
Yeah.
was sort of,
But he-
the one with the
like-
most, usually the leader of the group is the one with the most charisma.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Did he have the most riz?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Is that what the
I
young
think so.
people were saying? No, the young
Yeah.
people were saying that in 2016.
Yeah, probably not
Riz.
back in 2010 or whenever, 2008
No.
or whenever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out.
Mm.
But it's funny because they actually lost X Factor. They came third, which is quite funny
they?
because, and this is my putting my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory on with these reality shows. The person who never wins always does better than the person who does win.
Yeah.
If you think
Yeah.
about it. And I don't know every single like American Idol, Australian Idol, all those things, but Guy Sebastian and Shannon Knowles. Shannon Knowles won. Guy Sebastian's doing way better than Shannon.
No, Guy Sebastian won.
No.
Yes,
Didn't
he did.
Oh, did
No.
he? Oh, see, okay, tinfoil hats come. I'm
Okay.
losing. I'm not winning on this episode, everyone. I'm just gonna. Maybe I should have handed over the tidbits back to Mo. You can have the
Sorry,
tidbits.
mate.
That's it. I'm
I
done.
don't-
I'm
I
shutting
don't-
down. I'm closing the door. I'm getting out of here.
I don't want to, take over the tidbits, mate. But
I swear it was the other way around, and then that's why guys like.
yeah, he won
whoever-
the first Australian Idol. Guy
there you
Guy
go.
did, but
Ah, there you go.
Shannon,
He's doing well. Like I'm
yeah,
not saying
he
he's not,
just yeah,
but he's doing more like outback,
Mm.
country gigs where guys still in the media spotlight. But it doesn't matter because he won, so that just debunks my whole theory. So
yeah, it does debunk your whole thing. No, but I think it is pretty. I don't know which franchises of reality song contests that it rings true with, but I think it's a general phenomenon that usually the runner up or third place or one of the other placed contestants does overtake the winner with success eventually. I think that's I don't know what that phenomenon might be called or which franchises that belongs to, but I think it's a pretty widely known phenomenon that sometimes the winner doesn't take it all. Thanks, ABBA.
No, because the winner, whoever's the winner, is contracted to the label of who owns that show. So like Sony or EMG or something like that. So then they're bound, like they have to do whatever songs they're given and all of that. Where if you didn't win, you've got the exposure, and then you got freedom to do whatever you want.
Freedom. You've got creative freedom. You don't have to sing the winner's song that was written by someone else, chosen by someone else, that may not represent your style or the genre that you want to perform in. You get pigeonholed and stuck as the winner, potentially.
You do. But once again, I'm debunking my own theories. See, the Mandela effect is really getting, because I even thought, because I put Kelly Clarkson in this category as well, said, oh no, she didn't win American Idol, but she's doing really
she
good.
won.
She won. I just did my correction corner research just then. I'm like, oh, well then that debunks that. So,
okay. So,
there you go. And One Direction, even though they were manufactured and they were given songs that they had to do, so they were still told what to do, even though they came third and didn't get that full creative freedom. Probably not at the start. I think later on, as they became big, they started having their own, as they progressed as singer-songwriters, they were like presenting their own lyrics and songs. But I think at the start, the first album was probably all written by other people, and they're just like, here's the songs, go out and perform them. This is your image. Just go do it. Make us $1 million.
Yeah. And that's got to be for a young person, when you're young, that is when you're, an adolescent, late adolescent, in your early 20s, that's the time where you want to really express your creativity and who you are. So to be pigeonholed must be incredibly frustrating and constraining for someone who wants to express themselves.
Well, it happened to the Beatles. Their first probably 2 or 3 albums, is predominantly covers or songs written by other people. They only probably had about 1 or 2 of their own songs on those first couple of albums, because
Really?
they were only like 17, 18, the same when they started out, and so they were singer songwriters, but they were still finding their ground. So yeah,
Okay. So, I mean, I need to fact check that because I feel like that.
if I'm wrong about the Beatles, I'm going to quit music, everything altogether. Like,
Okay. All right. Hang on. Here, let me Google. I mean, shouldn't we have done our research before we did this episode? This is what you love about us, is the
well,
fact
you
that
get
we
the
are
information
yeah,
live and now,
right. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. Yes, the Beatles wrote a significant portion of their debut album, Please Please Me, but not all of it. Of the 14
Yeah.
tracks, 8 were original compositions credited to John Lennon and Paul McCartney, while 6 were cover songs. Okay, all right, so you're half right.
I'll
I'll
take
allow it.
I'll take it. Well, they didn't have enough songs to do a full album back then.
Fair
Because
enough.
songs back then were only like 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3-minute pop songs. Like,
When did we extend the pop song? Is that the LP or the EP or the long play?
long play.
LP.
Well, no, LP. So you've got the single, your 45 single, which had 2 sides of one song,
Yeah.
which was like your single, your hit single, and then like a B single, which were like, oh, it's good, but it's not good enough, so we'll still put it. An EP was like, for like artists that like, we don't have enough. We've got more songs than a single, but not enough for an album. So we bring out like an EP, which might only have like 5 songs on it, and then the LP is like a full double-sided
album. But I'm
album.
talking about the duration of songs. I'm talking about, when did they go from 2.5 minutes to 3.5 minutes? When did that become acceptable?
So Queen were the first ones with Bohemian Rhapsody to play a 6.5 minute hit song on the radio.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Which the producers and all the, the big wigs went, this is not a single, like, I think they wanted You're in Love with My Car, because that only went for like 3 minutes. And they're like, no, Bohemian Rhapsody needs to be played on the radio. And it was the most requested, like, it was requested all the time. Like, it was continuously played. Like, it was the first proper 6.5 minute song that was on commercial radio.
I think that we need to put Bohemian Rhapsody on our list of songs to do, to analyse. Yeah, that's just an aside, people. Anyway, I did a little research while you were talking about Bohemian Rhapsody, and you're right. The shift from the short song happened in the late 60s. We've gone from, so the short era was the 1920s to the 1960s, where songs went for 2 to 3 minutes. And the reason was technology constraint. So early shellac 78 RPM records could only hold 3 to 5 minutes of music per side.
Yeah.
And
which
then
was a single, yeah.
A single, and then there was radio influence. The radio stations preferred short songs and punchy songs to maximize ad space. So the norm through the 50s and 60s was 2 minutes to 2:30, and then from the late 60s to the 90s, songs went to 4 minutes plus. And this is because vinyl and albums, there was an introduction of the long playing record and later cassettes and CDs. They broke time constraints and the 78 RPM, allowing for longer album tracks.
Yeah, which gave you 33.5 RPM is your standard record.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go. And then it was also influenced by artistic ambition. Enter the chat, Queen. Enter the chat, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Welcome. Epic masterpiece. That's all I'll say is epic masterpiece of
Light My Fire by The Doors was one of them.
Yeah.
The Hammond organ solo.
Yeah, which went for 7 minutes. But there was a radio edit that only had like the intro and the outro, they cut pretty much. So,
Bohemian Rhapsody.
no, of The Doors
No.
Light My Fire.
Oh, of The Doors Like My Fire.
Yeah, there was only a
Right.
3-minute version that was played on the radio.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't really play the whole 7 minute. Even today now, like if you go like Magic, who play, the 60s,
Yeah.
50s, 60s, they still only play the 3-minute version of Light My Fire. But
Tell
come
me.
to 2017, Harry's first single, 6.5 minutes long. That's played on the radio.
Sign of the Times is six
Sign
and
of
a
the
half.
time. Yeah. It's nearly a 6-minute song. Yeah, or 6.5 minute song.
Wow. And that would check out because in my little research that I just did
Yeah.
in live real time, okay, we peaked at 4 minutes and oh no, it doesn't check out actually. We peaked at 4 minutes and 15 seconds for songs in the 90s. But actually, when was this released? 2017.
2017.
Okay,
Yeah.
so from late 2010s to the present, so past 2017 potentially, we have reverted back to less than 3-minute songs because of streaming and TikTok. The streaming era has changed the incentive structure. Platforms pay after 30 seconds, leading to shorter songs designed to be played immediately and often.
Yep.
And
And
also,
our attention spans a lot lesser too. People's
Yeah,
attention
they
spans,
are.
they're like, anything past a minute, I'm like, just keep scrolling. Next video, next Instagram
video.
reel. Yeah.
So that's the current trend. So the key takeaways are, thank you Google, 1960 songs started getting longer.
We're coming full circle.
Yeah, songs started getting longer. The 70s, 80s, long songs became the mark of serious artistic ambition. And 2017 to present, so Harry might have slipped in the long 6-minute song because 2017 to present, the shortening trend accelerated, driven by digital consumption.
Yeah. Which is quite fitting because Mr. Styles is a massive 70s lover of the 70s.
Tell us,
He
AJ.
loves it. Loves the 70s. Man of
Loves
my own
that
heart,
shit.
Loves
Yeah.
the 70s.
Stuck
Bowie,
in the era that you
Queen.
are.
Oh, Elton John, everything 70s. And you can hear it in this song. And I think this
You
is
can
why,
so hear it.
A, this is the only Harry Styles songs I know, and B, the only Harry Styles songs that I like.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the nostalgia, but actually is a really good song. It's a really good hook, and it's a really good piano melody. But massive fan. And you can even see it in his persona, the way
his style, his fashion.
Dresses, very androgynous like Bowie, and loves that era. So well done for bringing out a 6-minute hit single as your first song, going from like pop, One Direction, boy band, 3-minute songs to like, nah, I'm not gonna do what I used to do. I'm going to channel my influences and take a risk, because it is a risk.
It is a real homage to his influences, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is a bit of a risk, given that what we would anticipate from a boy band star might be a pop song, but this is like, this is deep, man. This is very, like you said, 70s influenced. It wrapped up all of his influences in one song. It's, the Queen Bowie-esque existential crisis. It's giving existential crisis, but make it orchestral.
John piano-esque style, which is funny because if we link it back to the 70s, we can link it to Elton John, because this was recorded in Jamaica. So if you remember our Goodbye Yellow Brick Road episode, Elton started recording that album in Jamaica, where Harry also recorded this song in Jamaica.
But didn't it go tits up for Elton in Jamaica?
It did go tits up, but he still started in Jamaica. I'm linking them together, okay?
Okay, no, I love it. I love it.
A 1970s correlation between Harry and his influences. And
let's put it like this: Harry finished what Elton started.
Oh, that's a big call.
Yeah,
that is a big call.
Yeah,
Well, he did. It did well.
It did well. Didn't go tits up for Harry in Jamaica. Elton dropped the baton in Jamaica, and Harry picked it up and he ran with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and here we are, sign of the times.
And I guess, and I'm having another Mandela moment.
Okay.
Because
Do we need to explain what the Mandela effect?
I think we need to do.
It's a
Condition.
collective. No, it's not. It's not a condition. Is the Mandela effect is a collective belief that is that's in error. Like it's not true.
Everyone
thinks it, but it's not true. Yeah. Okay. So what's
so I'm having my own. I think it. And I think it's true, but everyone else is like, no, it's not true. I'm having my own Mandela effect.
Oh no, but the Mandela effect is lots of people believe a false memory or a false thing that happened in history. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because this came out the same time he debuted as an actor as well. So his first movie he did was Dunkirk, which is like a war movie. And for some reason, I thought that this song was the single for that movie because A, he was in the movie, B, it's reminiscent of like the lyrics would be fitting for a war movie. And then I looked up and like, no, it has no correlation. Christopher Nolan, it's all scored music. It's just coincidence that he brought out a hit single the same time he was acting in a hit movie. And I was like, oh, man, I'm just full of like, I'm just getting schooled here. Heaps of Mandela effects.
Mandela effect, not Mandala. Mandela is different. It's Mandela.
Is it Mandala like the drawings?
Yeah.
Do you like the? Okay,
that's right.
And not Nelson Mandela. Or was he Nelson Mandela?
It is about Nelson Mandela. Hang on, let's get the real. It's okay. So the real explanation is, the official Google is that it's a phenomenon where a large group of people collectively share the same false memory of an event, pop culture icon or detail. Coined in 2010 by Fiona Broom, it often involves misremembering historical events, movie quotes or brand logos. Common examples include believing Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 80s, which he didn't. Yeah, no. He was imprisoned in the 80s, but he didn't die in the 80s. Right. And that the Monopoly man wears a monocle, or that the Bernstein Bears are spelt with an E. Bernstein Bears, are spelt with an E. The
big one's the Monopoly guy.
The Monopoly guy, yeah. So it is this kind of collective false memory of an event. It's the Mandela effect, coined after the misbelief that Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 80s.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, so where were we? Your Mandela effect?
That the single came out the same year his acting debut came out. Had no correlation to the acting of the movie at all, which I thought it was. Because for some reason I remember seeing film, and this could be just someone mashing his song along with the film clips and making their own music video, but for some reason I thought,
and that happens a lot, doesn't it, on YouTube and stuff. You're not sure like what is actually legit artist approved, authentic,
or fan based
or fan created stuff. And that's okay, so you've created a false memory that this song was related to the film, which it was not.
Just coincidence that they both came out the same year,
and kind of thematically similar though, so it kind of speaks to why you would think that, you would make that assumption. Yeah.
Because I think I don't know the movie Dunkirk, and I'm probably going to get I feel like you're going to correction call me, but I have a feeling that
I'm good at that. Sorry, mate.
I'm sure, I know it's a war movie, but I'm sure there's some sort of maybe, who knows?
I don't know. Should I Google it?
Dunkirk 1917. I think that could be a war movie. No, but I have a feeling that, and I could be wrong, that it could also be like a love story intertwined in it. And then that's why I thought this song was part of the movie. But who knows what goes on up here, honestly.
Yeah, well, you're just creating associations that may not be there, and that's cool. We all do it. That our brains do that. They kind of... what is it? It's the most simplest explanation. See, that's another thing like the Mandela effect. It's called Occam's razor.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever heard of that? Occam's razor is, it's a problem-solving principle stating that when presented with competing hypotheses, one should prefer the one requiring the fewest assumptions. So essentially, you know, like the simplest explanation is probably the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the made up story in your head is the best one.
Yeah. Because
Because clearly people aren't going to go research what I say and
yeah.
because I'm right.
I know. Do you know what? Isn't it interesting that we've been offering Correction Corner for like 25 episodes now? And does anybody even know our email address? Has anyone ever commented on our socials? No. We probably get a lot of stuff wrong, team. We really encourage you to call us out on it.
Yeah.
But
100%. I'm sick of being called out by this one. I want to be
I
called
know,
out by everyone else.
get called out by the public,
Yeah,
just
right. Who
'cause,
doesn't want to get called out by the public?
the trolls on the internet just really know how to cut deep, right?
Yeah,
The
100%.
keyboard warriors tippity tapping in the background, getting angry.
No, the session wasn't right. That was wrong. Yes, I know everything. You know nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, team, we're just like two people in the suburbs of Melbourne just having fun on a weekend evening. It used to be a
Yeah.
weekday evening, but the internet let us down.
Yeah. Angrily
Yeah.
shakes fist. If you're not
Yeah.
watching, I'm angrily shaking
Angrily-
my fist.
Angrily shaking your fist. But here we are. We've made it through. So any more interesting tidbits, or should we get into the psychological analysis?
I feel like if I say anything more, I'm just going to get homeschooled. So I think I'll just hand the reins over.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah, it's funny how last episode you were heartbroken with my interesting tidbits, and now I'm heartbroken by your interesting tidbits.
I know.
Are you is this just revenge? Is this just payback? Secretly, you're just like, I'm going to get him this time.
Well,
Yeah.
listen,
He broke my heart the last episode.
he really did.
I'm going to
But-
make him feel this big.
You know what I did though? I shot the messenger. That's what I did. You weren't to know that I was holding Enough is Enough, No More Tears, Enough is Enough by Barbara Streisand and Donna Summer as a feminist anthem. And, you didn't know that I was holding it in such high esteem as a feminist anthem, and that, delivering the news that it was written by men might actually crush my soul. You didn't know that.
No. Look, all I'll say is just stop your crying. It was the sign of the times. All right?
This is so... Oh, holy Julie. Okay,
Holy.
that's a little bit anti-feminist, isn't it? Telling a woman to stop you crying, it's a sign of the
I wasn't
times.
the one that wrote the song for women.
No, you didn't.
That's that. Don't worry. I was shocked. I was like, oh, she's not going to like this. Even I felt bad
No.
for. I was even convinced that was a song that two powerful singer-songwriters that are very, very more than capable of writing their own songs and lyrics.
They didn't write it. I know.
They didn't write it, but anyway.
Devo. Anyway,
And it's funny. It's
Mhm.
funny because even till now, Harry had 5 other writers help him write the lyrics and produce his song. So it hasn't changed,
Yeah.
Beyonce, that song "Who Runs the World" by Beyonce, and I think it's
Yeah.
literally like that same line repeated over and over throughout the whole song. There
Yeah.
are 20 producers and songwriters that help her write that song. So I think
Help her
Harry's doing
write
all right
that
for
song.
5.
Harry
And
is
that's
doing all right for
nuts.
5.
Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, it's a cracking song with great themes, and I think that collectively 5 writers coming together and feeling the same thing really is indicative of how they were probably feeling about the world at the time. Which, historically at the time, like Trump had just taken office and probably felt like the world was going to hell in a handbasket. Like, how does a
Well,
financial entrepreneur become president who's had no political training, or how does that happen?
And Harry being English, I guess they had, and I know we shouldn't go down the political path, but they had Boris Johnson, which I'm assuming was
Yes.
probably no better.
Yes.
Not as bad as Trump, but probably not very good. and
Yeah.
never believe what you see in the TVs, movies, magazines, media. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think England was going through
Going through a similar thing.
than what
Yeah.
America was.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But listen, the thing I don't like about this is like the first line is just stop your crying. It's a sign of the times. Everybody, I just want to school you about crying. Crying is actually really good for you.
It's the best.
It's the best. It's one of the ways that our nervous system can regulate itself, right? If you've had like a rush of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and you're in fight flight mode, and your emotions are triggered, they're at the surface. Don't push away the tears. If they're coming, let them out. It's a great way to down-regulate that nervous system response back to a calm state. So, Harry, I'm going to have to disagree with you there. If it is a sign of the times, you shouldn't stop your crying. No repression here. Don't repress that. Don't push that away. I think that if there is a feeling of grief, and we're grieving about the times, I think we could let that out. We could just let that out. We could
Maybe
let
we
that
need
go.
to. Maybe we need to change the lyrics to "Just start your crying. It's the sign of the times."
Just
Instead of
start it.
Just start it. Start your crying.
Just start it. But
Yeah,
there's
see?
something.
Easy switch.
There's something here that is a bit. Well, it's a bit defeatist, really. When Harry says, "Just stop your crying," it's a sign of the times. He's potentially saying, "Listen, historically, the human race has always been through hard stuff. There's no point getting emotional about it. We might just have to radically accept that humans can be awful to each other, and crying about it's futile because it's not going to change anything. Because humans can be awful. But I do love the fact that it's a bit ambiguous, this set of lyrics from Harry. It really does invite a projection. We can project on it whatever we want to project on it, right? Like this can, and I'm projecting on it that potentially it's a statement about,
Brave face.
Sorry?
Like putting on a brave face?
Yeah, it's a statement about putting on a brave face. Or I'm also projecting that it's a statement about, the state of the world, and, this global anxiety. Someone else might project onto it that it's about a relationship ending. So it's kind of projective. It's like a Rorschach test. Do you know what a Rorschach test is? Should I?
The ink blots, the
ink blot test.
What do you see in this ink blot?
What do you see in this? Yeah, this is what Harry's song might be. Is a Rorschach test, but with better hair, better style. Although, have you seen a picture of Rorschach? Sorry.
No, I haven't actually.
Well, I would
Go
encourage all of our listeners who like a handsome man to just
sign
Google,
of the times.
Just Google Rorschach and have a look at the Google image and see what you think. I think it's yeah.
I was going to say if we're staying on this 70s path, this is speculation here, he could be drawing inspiration from the "Keep Calm and Carry On" slogan of the late 70s that England brought out. Well, I think it was Thatcher that brought it out. Or was it the 70s? Or maybe it was during the war.
I need to consult Google.
Maybe it was during the war. They brought us like to say "Keep calm, carry on." But I have a feeling when the punk movement hit, see, another Mandela effect. When the punk movement hit in the late 70s, like in 77, that's when the whole "Keep calm, carry on" kicked off. Maybe again.
Well, it was a motivational poster.
Yeah.
Designed by the Ministry of Information in 1939 in Britain.
For the war.
Intended
Was it for the war?
Yeah, intended to bolster public morale in the event of a catastrophic wartime disaster, such
Yeah.
as a mass air raid or a Nazi invasion.
Okay, so not the so then there's something that has to do with the 70s punk movement of like 77 and Thatcher and like the whole keep calm carry on. That's my brain
Okay.
going. There's something in there
Okay.
that the Mandela effect is.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that's what he's trying to
Is
say. Like we just gotta hold our head up high. We got to get out of here. We just gotta fight through whatever we're fighting through. We'll cry about it later when we're in the clear, or once it's all over.
once it's all over, yeah, like just push it away and keep going.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, okay, no, so I just had a little look on the Googles and there's nothing about 1970s and punk movement.
There you go.
Um,
See, Mandela. I'm full of Mandelas today. Jeez.
it's okay. I like the associations that your brain is making though. It is about just
But
push on. Just push on. Like shit's
yeah,
hard and push on. And I think the lyric, where does he say it? He says it
but that was the 70s punk movement of England when Thatcher came into power. Like they were just like, we got to make a change. Like just something's got to happen. Like
well, that was more action than keeping calm and carrying on, wasn't it? That was like more
that's right.
anarchy in the
Yeah,
UK.
yeah, that's right.
But here's the lyric, right? That I've been a bit stuck on is that Harry says, you can't bribe the door on your way to the sky. Basically, he's saying shit's hard. No amount of money. You can't bribe the door, right? You can't, like,
Saint
you're
Peter,
not, you,
Saint Peter, the keeper of the gates, the
oh, was
heaven.
he? I don't know.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
He's the doorkeeper of heaven. Is that what he's trying to say? Like,
Well, no, he's see this, and this is why it's a projective song. Is because I'm projecting onto it. Like essentially, what he's saying is that there's a bouncer on the door of the sky, and if we just slip the bouncer some cash, we might get a better deal. We might get better treatment,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But Harry's saying actually shit's just hard and you can't bribe the bouncer to get a better you can't to get a better deal. So just stop your crying because ultimately you just have to radically accept that life is hard and we are all faced with these hardships and grief and
If fate is already set in, you just gotta accept it when it comes.
yeah, pretty much.
And it was Saint Peter. He's the gatekeeper of heaven. There you go.
Oh,
Ding, ding, ding,
good.
I got one.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Well,
Yahtzee.
yeah. Well, let's just imagine St. Peter is like a really big, broad, built,
Black t-shirt, black glasses.
butch,
No, mate,
butch,
not coming
yeah,
in. No, sorry,
bouncer.
buddy. You can't slip me a 20. It's not happening.
Nah, it's not happening. You just have to suffer out in the cold in the line with everybody else.
Elevators that way, down south. See you later.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, he's saying
Interesting.
shit's hard and he's saying, listen, just suppress that pain, right? Like, but he's also saying, yeah, given the way that the world is, that pain makes sense, but just accept it, right? Just, which I don't agree with. That's minimization. And, in the therapy room, I'd like to help people express their feelings and discharge
Oh, that's
them
right.
rather than saying that feeling is not valid because you just have to suck it up, princess.
Go to Bunnings and get a bag of concrete.
Pretty much, which is
Go
very
eat a bag of concrete and harden the F
very
up.
very dismissive coping. Just harden up, don't feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a little bit part of it. The other ideas that I had was that
But
there's
I need to interject for a second.
oh,
Sorry
please do. No, don't be
Is he
sorry.
saying
Go ahead.
stop your crying, because maybe he's saying crying too much will get you in a slump and then you won't be able to get out of that slump. So you kind of, you're better the devil you know. Do you cry that will make you feel better short term, but if you keep crying, it might make you worse long term? Or do you not cry that'll make you feel better short term, but then make you worse long term as well?
Essentially, he's saying if you don't stop your crying, you'll get into a depressive slump and your functioning will be impaired. Potentially, he's saying that. So if you just like get into this stance of dismissive coping and don't feel and stop pushing up against this thing that you can't change, which is like existential crisis. You can't change it. You can't change the state of the world. So if you
Don't
stop
put the world on
pushing,
your shoulders.
no. So if you stop pushing up against that and you just radically accept that things are shit, then you'll be able to
Yeah.
continue functioning.
Yeah.
So potentially you're correct. Yeah. Well, it's projective. It's all correct.
That's right.
But one
And who
thing.
knows? In 10 years' time, this could be a Mandela effect, and we could be starting something that is completely wrong, but everyone's going to believe it's correct.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're
Let's lean
welcome.
in.
You're welcome, future world. You're welcome.
You're welcome for our Mandela effect.
Yeah, that's it.
But another interesting concept that comes up that I think really needs to be noted and explored is, and Freud enters the chat here, is, the lyric, we
Welcome.
never thanks, welcome, Sigmund. Have a
Yes.
puff of your cigar and
It is wonderful to be here.
and have a puff of your cigar and let your wolfhound sniff us.
Yeah.
Did you know that Freud had a wolfhound who used to like...
No.
No, you didn't. And
No.
I don't think any of our listeners did too, but Freud had a wolfhound or some kind of hound, might have been a staghound. No, pretty sure it was a shaggy wolfhound who used to know when the 50 minutes of the session was up. He'd get up and stretch. And that's how Freud knew that things were over.
There you go.
But that could be...
The dog has spoken. You must leave.
But that could be a Mandela effect as well. So
Could be.
it
Hey,
could
look.
be. You might have to Google that one while I'm speaking.
All
Freud
right.
and his wolfhound.
Go.
Tell me. Okay. All right. So we're talking about Freud's entering the chat here. The lyric, we never learn, we've been here before, right? What Freud... An idea that Freud had is that people get stuck in a repetition compulsion, right? Like individuals and societies just repeat patterns to try to get a different outcome.
Yeah.
And many of the patterns that they repeat are like war, division, oppression. At the macro level, where the social society level, like we're kind of asking, and Harry is asking, like, why do we keep doing all of these things again and again and again? And, at the micro level, we might ask ourselves, like, why do we keep dating the same emotionally unavailable people? Like, why do I find myself with partners who are, completely... completely dismissive of my needs and are avoidant, because oftentimes we never learn and we keep doing the same thing. We keep going towards what's familiar because what's familiar feels safer than what's unknown, even though the unknown might be really good for us. So, maybe Harry is saying... with the we never learn, we've been here before. Let's try the same coping strategy again, but this time with more anxiety or, this time with more gusto. Because, even though we know it hasn't got us into a better place before, that's a sign of the times because we're in war again. And we never learned, did we not learn anything from Afghanistan? Nah. Right back to, did we not learn anything from Genghis Khan and and what was it? And the Mongols and,
No, Egyptians.
No.
With the Egyptians and the Jews. Did we not learn back then from the pharaohs?
Yes. No, we keep doing the same things. And then Harry says, we've got to get away from here. We've got to get away. Like, this is too much. Can we...
Going. Unless you're going to another planet.
He's like...
Wherever you go, you're in the same you're in the same boat.
Right. So he is saying, let's just radically accept things. But maybe one solution could be we could escape the discomfort by getting away from here.
We could partake in Puff the Magic Dragon's herbal essence and get away from here.
Potentially, we could literally escape, or we could figuratively escape. But there's a lot of tension in there. Do we, process the emotions? Could that be our escape? Or could we just quit this bitch and move somewhere else? That could be an escape, or I don't know, but there's I suppose a pull here to do some kind of emotional numbing and dissociation by getting away.
I'm just thinking, surely there's got to be one place in the world that is just pure bliss. Like there's no shit going on. There's no surely there's one spot where everyone's like, yeah, we're happy to live under a rock. It's all cool here. Like you guys do whatever you want of the rest of the world, but we've got it good here. Like we don't have to worry.
This is what I keep telling, my patients, right? Just keep it in a 5-kilometer radius. If you don't read the news and you don't really know what's going on, then you're really serving yourself to reduce your existential anxiety about the world and world events. But the trade-off is ignorance, right? If if you don't read the news and you don't know what's going on in the world, then you tend to be ignorant and you can't have water cooler talk as efficiently
don't they say ignorance is bliss though?
Well, that is a cliche for a reason, right? When you know too much, you feel, it evokes too many feelings. There's no neat endings. There's no, there's always going to be perpetual tension, oppression, conflict and division intrapsychically inside of us and also in the outside world. There's, a lot of cultural anxiety at the moment. This is why this song resonates. The world is being driven by a madman and a mass murderer. Looking at you, Trump and Netanyahu. And this is creating a lot of collective trauma. And what are we going to do? Are we going to try and suppress our feelings? I mean, I know that this is probably not what Harry intended with the song back then, but, nearly a decade later, it's being a projective song. We can project whatever we want onto it. I think it really does speak to the fact that this song isn't about one thing, but whatever our current anxiety is can really be explained and expressed in this song. It's kind of about. Sorry, you go.
Keep going. Keep going.
I was just rounding it. I was just rounding it off for us, AJ.
I was just going to insert a pun, but I'll insert the pun later.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right. Well, I was just going to say that projectively, I've projected onto this song that it's it's a feeling about. I suppose, not one thing, but about many things related to living in an uncertain time and without a clear roadmap and a lot of anxiety about what's going on and what do we do with that emotionally? Do we repress it? Do we suppress it, push it away, and radically accept that it's happening? Or do we process it emotionally and push it through and discharge it? And but one thing's for sure, it is,
It's got layers. It's got layers.
It's got layers, and
it's like an onion. It's got layers.
It's got layers. So it does psychologically capture a moment where old ways of coping, repression, pushing feelings away, radical acceptance, they kind of don't work anymore, but we don't have anything better. Because what we're seeing is sort of unprecedented and, well, not unprecedented, but, well, maybe it is unprecedented. Like, has there ever been a president with dementia before? Clearly demented president. Have we ever had that before?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so. So I don't think Harry was talking about.
We've had stupid presidents. But
Yeah. Yes,
Well,
we haven't had.
I don't say we, but I'm saying the world or America's probably had not very smart. Any
presidents,
country's
yeah.
probably not have very smart politicians at one point
Mm.
or another. I'm sure we in Australia haven't had smart politicians at one point in
At
Australia.
times. And
Yeah.
this is often the case, is that those that are most hungry for power are the least suited for it. Anyway, there endeth the lesson, really. Harry's opened up a can of worms, a projective song that we can project anything onto, but really it's very fitting for what's happening in the world at the moment in 2026, with the war in Iran and what's happening to the Iranian people and, Gaza, the Palestinians, and all of the feelings that all of that uncertainty and existential crisis about the world might create within us. Yeah. So thanks, Harry. Thanks for a projective song. Loves it. 1970s inspired. Long
Hashtag
play.
are we still doing hashtag loves it? Hashtag loves it.
Hashtag loves it. 1970s inspired. Long play. Winning.
He's certainly gone more than one direction on this song. I'll tell you that.
Hey!
Boom.
Hey! On that note, I think we better
Well, I was actually going to say
finish.
on that note, I think Freud's dog's just come in to tell us that it's time up. And which is true, by the way. He did. He inherited. His daughter. He wasn't a dog person, but his daughter brought wolfhounds, German wolfhounds in, and he got attached to one who never left his side. And during sessions, he knew he never had to look at his watch because the dog would get up and yawn when it was time for sessions over.
Session and here endeth our session. So thanks for joining us, everybody.
Woof woof.
Woof woof. Hey, special shout out to a little dude.
Oh yeah.
A little dude who's listened to lots of our
not little in
episodes.
stature. Well, he could be little in
Yeah.
stature.
He could have, no, well, I think he is of average height for his age. Our little mate Spike, big shout out to you, mate. You've listened to quite a few episodes, and I hear that you've got a few requests, which I've noted down in my notes in my phone. There is, some
bangers. There's some good hits.
There was some good hits in there. So I think we might have to do one for Spike next time. And also big shout out to our number one listener, who is
Dale.
Dale.
Dale. I feel like
Dale. And
I know he keeps asking me. It's like, when's the next episode?
when's the next episode? Yeah.
I'm caught up. I'm like, oh, it's coming, man. Like we've had internet issues. Like,
Yeah.
it's coming. I
Well,
promise.
here it is, Dale, and the
Here it
other
is.
16 listeners on Podbean. Thanks for
Thank
subscribing.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a legend.
Leave us a
drop
comment and we'll
yeah.
shout out you in our episode.
Drop us an email, hello@songsonthecouch.com. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love a request.
100%.
We'd love your feedback. Please be kind. Don't be an internet troll, keyboard warrior, tippity tapping.
And if you are, we'll just ignore you. We'll just go,
Yeah.
next.
Don't be spewing
We'll
the
just,
hate.
what is it, swipe left or swipe right for the person you don't want? I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never been on Tinder.
I've never internet dated either.
What's swiping
so-
your way, swatting you like a fly.
That's right. Or just drop into our inbox. Isn't that what the
Yeah.
old people just drop us a line?
Just send us a message.
Yeah, send us a text. All right, team. Well,
Cool.
great to see you. Until next time, stay cool.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Sitting down, we're talking out, breaking it down, talks on the couch. Music and minds will figure it out, laughing and learning what it's all about. On the couch.
Thanks for tuning in to Songs on the Couch. We hope you enjoyed putting today's song under the microscope with us.
And hey, the conversation doesn't have to end here. Join us over on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just search Songs on the Couch, where we're sharing behind-the-scene clips, more fun music insights, and of course, chatting with you all.
And if you're an artist, musician, psychologist, counsellor, psychotherapist, or know someone who'd love to sit on the couch with us, have your management reach out.
We'd love to hear from you at hello@songsonthecouch.com.
Follow us, subscribe, and let's keep rocking out together. Catch you next time on Songs on the Couch.